Good morning students. Welcome to today's session. Now in this video, today's session we'll learn about how does a battery maintain a constant potential. In last video we have learned about what is potential difference. What is potential difference? Electrons, they are moving from one place to the other in the circuit. For that movement, it requires some pressure, force is required. So from which point to which point they are moving, the difference is known as potential difference. From the higher potential to the lower electric field is developed from the higher potential to the lower potential, and the electrons start moving from the lower potential to the higher potential. Now in this video we'll discuss about how when you are using batteries in the torch lights, in the remote and in the toy cars, how does a battery maintain and how does it work after the usage 1 or 2 months. Then it you can use that the battery is discharged, means why it doesn't work after the usage. What is the meaning of discharge? That all we will learn today's topic in today's video. See, this is the initially for the preparation of a battery. They will take like this rectangular shape, and outers they will fix two electrodes. They will take two electrodes. So electrodes means one is anode, the other one is cathode, means, and in the battery they fill with some chemical. In the battery they will fill with some chemical, that will call it as an electrolyte. What is that? Electrolyte. Electrolyte contains two different charged ions. An electrolyte contains two different charged ions. Ions are there. So it contains the positive ions and negative ions. Here you see black one is one type of charged ions, and the other blue is another type of charged ion. In your textbook, if you observe the figure 6, you can find this diagram. This indicates initially in a battery there are two electrodes are there, and this battery is filled with some chemical that is known as electrolyte. This electrolyte contains ions, and these ions are moving towards their respective electrodes. To move these ions in a battery, a force is acting on the ions by this electrolyte. That force is known as chemical force. That force is known as chemical force. Once again, I am repeating this point. This electrolyte makes the ions in a battery to move from one side. All the positive ions are to one side and all the negative ions to one side. To move that ions, this chemical force is helping to move to their respective electrodes. So this chemical force, it is represented by the letter F and C. Force, chemical force. Now initially the battery is in this condition. You can find in your textbook this diagram. Next figure 7, if you see, all the positive charges are moving one side and all the negative charges are moving another side. So generally positive charge where they are accumulating, that is known as anode, and where the negative charges are accumulating, that will call it as cathode. So positive charges accumulate at anode, negative charges accumulate at cathode. So once if the number is here 3 ions and here also 3 negative ions, if that number of ions at both the electrodes are satisfied, not satisfied, here 4 are there. So okay, I will take here 4. Here 3 and 4 are there. Till till to get the same number of ions on both the ends, this chemical force is acting on both the ions in the battery. To get the same number of ions on both the electrodes, these ions moving, to move that ions, this electric force is acting on those ions. This makes to move. So once if the number is satisfied, or once when the chemical force is acting, electric force decreases. You can find electric force is decreases. What is this electric force? I said you in the circuit, when the circuit is completed, a field is developed. An electric field is developed. Here we are discussing about the battery, then why I am using as electric force. Electric force. Just you have to learn. At this condition, this chemical force is greater. In this battery, chemical force is greater. And once here there is the capacity for the accumulation of both the electrodes, anode and cathode. Suppose this capacity is 30 and here it is 30. Just example I am giving. So till to accumulate that many ions, charged particles, this chemical force is helping on the ions and making the ions to move. If the number satisfied, if that number satisfied, then no force is acting on these ions. No forcing is acting on the ions. Actually, on these ions, two types of forces are acting due to the electrolyte chemical force. And once if it is connected into the circuit, an electric field is developed, means electric force is acting, that we will represent with the Fe. That we will represent with the Fe. But till the number of ions to accumulate the same number of ions, only the chemical force is acting on those ions. Okay, now whatever you are buying from outside, that battery is in this condition only. Means both the ends or the charges are the same number are accumulated, and when the number is satisfied on both the ends, then no, the charge, these ions will not move. They are in the rest position. These ions are in the rest, means they are not moving. They are in the rest position. So in this condition, we will get the batteries. Suppose if these batteries are using in any torchlight or toy cars or remote control, then after the usage, how it works, first we'll discuss. Suppose these ends are connected to, this is the battery, these ends are connected to some any equipment, appliances like remote or something. When you switch on, and you will take some bulb here, some bulb will. When the circuit is closed, immediately electric field is developed. When electric field is developed, electrons start moving. Electrons start moving from negative terminal to the positive terminal. So from negative terminal to, so we will take, this is switch, negative terminal. Somewhere the electrons start moving in the circuit and reaches to this battery. Once if the electron reaches to a battery, then this one electron will discuss with one electron one by one. Suppose if one electron enter into the battery, here this is anode. It means positive charged ions are there. So this electron is attracted by this positive ions. To move the ions, to move the electrons in the circuit, electric force is acting. Which force is acting? Electric force is acting. Due to that, these electrons are attracted by this positive ions. If once electrons are attracted to the positive ions, then here the number of positive charges are decreasing here. Suppose here 10 negative charges are there. Here only 9 only there. But in battery means both the ions should be same. Once if the electron attracted by this positive ion, the number of positive charges are decreasing. then immediately from this battery chemical is there. So that chemical exert a force on these ions, that is the chemical force acts on those ions, and this chemical force is pulling on this electron, pulling this electron from the positive ion, and this it is pulling this chemical force. This chemical force is acting on this electron and pulling this electron towards to this end, towards to this end. Actually here all the negative charges are accumulated. Here all the negative charges are accumulated. So again once if the electron comes near the negative terminal, both repel each other. Negative, negative repel each other. Due to the repulsion, the electron sent out to the battery. Sent out to the battery. Then again coming and going, again coming here. So to flow of electron in the circuit, there are two types of forces are acting. Chemical force and electric force. In the battery, chemical force is acting, and in the circuit, electric force is acting. Okay. After the usage of 2 or 3 months, depends on that appliances, the battery is means it is not working. When you can say the battery is not working, means here you see in the two types of forces are acting, chemical force and electric force. Suppose from the circuit, if the electrons are reaching to here negative anode, so positive terminal means where the positive charges are accumulated, here anode, these electrons are attracted by the positive ions due to the electric force. But after attracting immediately from the battery, chemical should act, electrolyte should act, exert a force, that we will call it as chemical force. But here chemical force is not acting on this electron. Due to that, electron is not sent to this another end, because here whatever the electrolyte is filled, that is over, means it doesn't contains any ions, not ions, that force is not acting on the electrons. Due to that, that electron is not sent to the another side. So all the electrons are coming and attracted by this, and then battery is not work. At this condition, you can say that the battery is discharged or not working. This is the batteries we are using in our daily life. Next, here you see the working condition in the battery. Here also the charges are moving from one place to the other. From one place to the other. If the charges are moving one place to the other, then work is done by the charges. If work is done, then if work is done due to the chemical force, then we will call it as EMF. What is EMF? Electromotive force. Earlier we discussed about the potential difference. Potential difference and electromotive force both are same, but the forces acting on them are different. Here in both the cases, charges are moving from one place to the other. To move that charges, force is required. For the potential difference, electric force is required. Electric force is acting on the charges to move from one place to the other, or work is done by the charges. Now for the EMF also, chemical force is acting on the charged particles, and due to that they are moving and work is done by the particle charged ions. That is known as EMF. So these two, to measure EMF in a battery or the potential difference in a circuit, they are using as voltmeter. Our units are, both of that units are same, volt only. To measure the potential difference or EMF in a circuit, they are using a meter, that is known as voltmeter. By using this voltmeter, you can find out potential difference and EMF. Thank you.